Okay, so today I'd like to talk about, we'll be chatting more about Notion for kids. And the reason is because I recently started playing Animal Crossing, um, the Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, the iOS version, not the Switch version. Um, and because I generally like to play games, I generally like to win when I play a game because, yeah, that's me. So with that, I created a Notion dashboard slash a few databases for Animal Crossing. And as I've been playing Animal Crossing for a few weeks now, I've had the chance to refine the databases um, and figure out what works. So with that, I'll do a quick run through of my databases that I created and explain why it's done that way. And if we have time, I'll go through how to set it up. So let's start. So you can tell I'm really excited because it's so cute. Okay, so this is my play space area. I'm gonna hide the sidebar. And right, I should start with my intention of creating this database. It's not to store every single information on everything in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. It is it came about because I I needed to I need to craft items. Okay, let me take one step back and think how I'm gonna explain this. Okay, so animals can be invited to your camp. Okay, but before animals are invited to your camp, you need to fulfill a set of certain criteria. One of these criteria is that you have to have crafted specific furniture items that the animal wants you to craft. Okay, so you can't just. So I was like, okay, I want to get as many animals to my camp as possible. So let me take note of all these furniture items that I need to craft. Yes, you can favorite them inside, but I would like to take into consideration the duration that these items takes to craft. The reason being that at night when I sleep, I want to craft an item that takes, say, the entire duration of when I'm sleeping, the full, let's say, 8 hours, instead of crafting a 1 hour item, which is to be not worth the timeline. I would like to maximize the time that I spend sleeping. And during the day, um, as I get busier, I won't be able to look at my phone. So knowing that, and then say I know that the next time I'll be able to look at my phone is maybe 2 hours later. I don't want to craft a 1 hour item. I want to craft something that is 2 hours long. So yes, it is possible to scroll through the list of items in the crafting crafting screen in Animal Crossing, and then click through one by one to find. But there's no way to arrange by time, and the only way to find the time is to click in twice. So I thought that was quite inefficient, and I spent a lot of time finding the items that I wanted to that would maximize the time spent crafting. So that's why I created a database where I could sort the items that are number one are priority items that would allow me to get a certain animal into camp, and two, sort by a specific time. Of course, other priorities did come into play later on, but these are the two key things that gave me the impetus to create a database. And you'll see that I didn't just create one database. As I was creating, I was like, oh, I think I have to break it down a little bit further. So as I created a database, I also had to think about if I do want to add a bit more information in the future, um, how do I architect and future-proof the database as much as possible. Okay, so let's get started. So you can see over here that this is the beginning of the dashboard that I created for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And I'll just go through. So the first, I'll run through the databases that I created. So the first database is furniture, and it's meant to store all the furniture items in Animal Crossing. There are like different types of items. There's furniture, there's clothes, there's crafting materials, and the only thing I'm storing right now of all these items is just furniture. Might expand, might not expand, I don't know. So scroll down. I'll go into details of each database later. This is just a quick overview at the beginning. So with that, because I am trying to track which I need to tag which furniture items belong to which villager so that I can finish all the items for one particular villager before going to another villager to what we call efficient crafting. I also had to record a separate database of all the villagers. And you can see I do try to put in all these graphics in as well. I just like that whole visual feel, and it looks really cute. Okay, so let's get scrolling. It's not all the images are inside. It's really, really time consuming to do this. So I just do whatever I can. You can see there's a lot of villages. I can't remember if there's a full list or not. Okay, and next one is all the styles. So each villager and furniture has their own styles. So for example, a rustic trunk would belong to, a modern closet would belong to the modern category, and generally an animal which has a modern style would like most modern items. So hence the style comes into play. These are all the styles. So right at the bottom is I just started, there's also this quest called Happy Homeroom in Animal Crossing, and with each so-called quest that you have to complete, okay, I should just describe the quest. So in each room, you would have to, so okay, basically you're the designer of a certain room, and the room has a particular style. So for example, a very cute room, um, a designer would design it with certain cute items, and then judges would judge accordingly. The thing about these judges is that they already have a they already know that there are some furniture that they would give you higher points, and that would be more suitable for the room, which okay, whatever, but it's just a game, right? So with that, I try to craft these specific furniture that would cause the judges to give me higher points. So I am, for certain rooms where I want to take note of to craft that certain furniture, I will add it to this database. So yes, it's just the beginning because I've been able to just very quickly craft the furniture, so I don't need to take note of it much. So hence, this database is not very developed. Okay, and we scroll to right at the bottom. Oops. So of course, this ISO do have to list the sources of the information of all this the information of Pocket Camp, as well as all the pictures I took it from two sites, generally two sites. So Animal Crossing PocketCamp.gamepedia.com, as well as AnimalCrossing.fandom.com. They've both been really useful. Okay, and let's go back to the beginning where I break down the databases. So let's go with the first one. So I should pull this, I'll pull this out later so that you can see the different, so it's a total of 4 databases. So I can scroll through the different databases easier. Okay, so for furniture, we'll go into the properties, the database properties. Okay, so firstly, we have the furniture name. And then the first one is priority. So for certain items that I do want to make sure that I craft them first, I will take them as priority. Of course, you add the item image, and then bell cost. This is not super important because I've had no issues with being short of bells. It's just so easy to learn bells. It's a currency in the game. It's just so easy to learn bells. So, but I just put it there. Catalog category, which has a whole list. Not terribly important. But what I find the item in the inventory because they are sorted by categories. Craft time, which to me is very important because that's what I want to make sure that I'm able to optimize. Actually, sheepishly, I would like to say that I do set a timer sometimes for when, let's say, when I start a 3 hour item, and then I'll set a timer when I will like, okay, please ding at like 3 hours, and then I'll go in and make sure that I start the next item. So, oops. So, yeah. All right, so next we have fave. So this is when you fave an item in the game to craft, it will go into a favorite tab. Next is obtain. So whether I have crafted the item already, and then I'll check that I've crafted. Style, which is this is a relational link to the style database. Villager, this is a relational link to the villager database. So I know like which villager has requested / required this item. And the last one is the happy homeroom database. So if it's required, if it's a piece of furniture required by the judges, it will be linked to that particular room. Okay, and that's all the properties inside the furniture database. If you look at the information that is generally tagged to each item, there's also more information that could be added to make it more comprehensive. For example, each item has a certain amount of requires certain crafting materials. For example, it would take like steel, a certain amount of steel, a certain amount of wood, cotton, different permutations of each one. But I don't save the information needed for this because these have not in information that's not important to me. So and it's very easy to create a database that just stores a lot of information. But in the end, think about what is important, and then so that I don't overdo it. And also, it's just a game, man. Okay, then let's move on to the next database. Okay, and this is the villagers database. Later I'll go back and explain the different views of the database of each database that I've done. Okay, so firstly is the animal's name, then the animal's style, cause the image of the animal so that I can put it in the gallery view, which is really nice. Done is a roll-up from the furniture database. So by done, I mean that whether the item has been crafted and it's already in my inventory. And remaining, so each animal has a required number of items required, but okay, I should rephrase that. Each animal has items, let's say like 5 items that they require you to obtain before they are able to visit your camp. So I do keep track of the number of items that I need to craft for this particular animal before they're able to visit the camp. So I would prioritize, say, if the animal only has 1 remaining item, then I'll be like, okay, that item is a priority. Yeah, yeah, she's very cute, and I don't know how to pronounce her name. Is it Meringue? Hi, not Miss Steele. And why is my chat notifications not coming up? So annoying. Alamak. She's so cute, right? I think I can get her to my camp already. Oh, it's appearing, but it's like dark color. Okay, then let me change that. Damn. Settings, and let me change the color. Okay. Windows Reggie. Why? Why is my color not changing? This nonsense. Maybe I do this. Hello. Okay. Save. Okay, how is it appearing? Really, I like meringue. It's so nice. No, it's like, yeah, but it's like eating sugar lah. Yeah, it's like eating sugar. It's true. Eggy taste? There's no eggy taste in meringue. Why are you talking? It's an eggy taste. I just taste all the sugar actually. But it's damn hard leh. Because like it needs to be like in our tropical humid climate, it will sort of like flatten, not flatten. It very hard to whip it up because it needs the air. But when I did it and even when I did it in Vancouver, I mean, okay, the humidity is quite high there, so actually maybe 50%. I could be wrong. I cannot lay soft meringue. You mean like the small one? You know why we started making meringue? It's cause we used to make what is it? What's that egg thing? The egg dessert. Help me. Creme brulee. So creme brulee got you only use the yolks, you don't use the whites. So the whites I used to try to make meringue. Then after a while, after repeated attempts, when they all became meringue biscuits, like biscuits, flat, then then we switched to just what is it? Whipped egg whites. Yeah, it's just then the chat still comes up. Really? Chiffon cake is very hard to bake leh. It's damn mafan eh. Very mafan. Don't want. You make you make. You make I eat. My speciality. Why my stupid? Why my text not coming out in color one? What's this nonsense? Squeak. See, you can't see my text on the screen, right? Stupid. Thai food. Oh my gosh, I want the Thai food. Never mind, later. We will go. We just have to tong. I think we tong like 2 months already. We can do this. We're talking about food. I went on see my chat is still not appearing. Genius. Anyway, okay, never mind. What is it? I went on my friend was playing Tarkov, some game lah. And then his wife and I were on the chat and we were talking about like noodles and bubble tea and all this nonsense. And the husband's just like, you are on the chat talk about this kind of thing. Or he's like in the chat, in the game going like pew 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 and like shooting people. It's kind of funny. Virtual vermicelli. Yeah, I feel like eating instant noodles leh, but I don't have instant noodle at home. Cause I just got used to not eating instant noodles. Meow, meow. Seriously, why am I? Oh, I know. Maybe the opacity. What the heck? Why is it loading? Why is my chat not doing what it's supposed to do? See, it is. Okay, bye. You know what? I'm gonna darken the chat and hope it works. Such is live streaming. Okay, so since you are not still BRBs, I will continue with what I wanted to talk about. Okay, so yeah, so what I want to do is that I want to know which items I should prioritize. So if say this particular say chevre, okay, I don't really know how to pronounce his name, has only one remaining item, then I would prioritize that item, because once I finish that item, then I can invite this, it's a goat, right? I think, this goat to my camp. So yay! And you can see remaining is also a roll up, so it will automatically count. So that's why remaining is 0, because there's no more items needed to craft for this particular villager. Okay. So let's go to, I should just click this. So for the style database, okay, so yeah, so the style database, I don't really input information here. It's more relational links to the other databases. So for example, the rustic furniture, uh, sorry, the rustic style furniture that I already have in my inventory that is linked to that is the rustic style will be relationally linked. So in this case, you can see the cabin clock is a rustic furniture, and therefore in the furniture data, you get what I mean. I'm just like, ugh. Okay, and next, of course, there's an image for the rustic style. Okay, this is linked to the Happy Home Room. So you can see that I added a relational link from the Happy Home Room to the rustic style, but I did not change the name. So I'll do it now so that you can see. So the Happy Home Room, there's this link to, oh yeah, so different rooms in the Happy Home Room quest have different styles. So with, let's say, if this particular room is a cute room, and then it require mainly all the cute items. Okay, and next, villagers. So villagers also have their own style, and with that, therefore, this is a relational link to the villager database. Okay, and last one. So this is all really simple. I mean, it looks really simple when you set it up, but when I was setting this whole thing, which took me a few days, um, I was like, oh, okay, so if I'm going to add this particular, this like styles to villages and as well as furniture, like should I put the style in a separate database? And so these are the things that I considered as I set it up. Granted, I'm not as intentional when I set up this database as compared to my personal so-called Notion operating system. When I talk about my goals, when I talk about my tasks and projects, I'm not as intentional as that, because this is just a game. But this is generally how my sort of mind processes database. You know, as you put in more information, like would it make sense for them to be in another separate database, and then they link back in. And this is the Happy Homeroom database. So it's really, really has very few information. And similarly to the style database, it is made up of relational links. So for example, you see the name, the two-tone room, image of the two-tone room, furniture that is required, which will link to the furniture database, and the style, which is linked to the style database. Okay, so let's go back to the, now we'll look at the views of the different databases. Okay, so the ones with the most views, because I'm always in this database, is the furniture database. Okay, so the obtained view very simply shows all the furniture that I have already obtained. Now, this is not all the furniture that I already have in my inventory. It is a section of, as a portion of the furniture that I've already obtained, because I mean, I do have furniture that was previously obtained that I didn't bother to input in this in this database. Not everything has pictures, obviously. I only did it for those that I wanted to focus on. Actually, I think some of them should be showing a picture. Let me check the property. No wonder, card preview, item image. And then, yeah, there we go. And then, so when you do that, you can see that the images are not really fitting to the, I mean, they fit quite poorly. So if you do fit image, then they fit really nicely. So it's really like a catalog. Card size can be medium or can be small. So you see all the, like, you can fit more cards in a certain area. That's nice. Okay, so this obtained. I'm not always in this database. This is the master view. So you'll see this in all the table rows. I'm also not really here. I'm here only when I need to get a overview of all my information. The gallery view. This is a nice way to look through all the furniture that I have recorded. You could filter it accordingly. Okay, so here we go. So this view aptly named to craft most time is filtered by what I have not obtained. So therefore obtained is unchecked and is sorted by the time that it takes, sorted by the craft time from the most amount of craft time to the least amount of craft time. And as you can see, I have opted to show specific properties here. Okay, and the only two properties that I need for this particular view is the amount of time that it takes. So at a glance, I can decide which item I want to craft. And once I start crafting in the game, and then I will immediately tick over here that I've obtained it. Because I don't want to, only when I obtain, and then I have to go back to my app to tick it. So at the point when I decide that I'm going to craft this particular item, I immediately tick that I've obtained it. Okay, and also to craft by least time. So similarly to the most time one, but the difference is that I have added more properties to view. Hi, why is my chat not showing up? I hope it shows up soon. Okay, just let me finish these two views and then we'll continue chatting. Terrible. Okay, why does it? I think I know why. Okay, anyway, what did I want to say? Okay, yeah, so I show the time. Okay, restart. So for this view, to craft least time, all the furniture that I've not obtained, but have a certain, it should have a certain priority. Oh, okay, never mind, I didn't do that. Oh, I didn't set priority level. Okay, so to craft least time, but they are all favorited in my favorite tab in the game. And ascending, meaning that I want to see all the crafting time sorted by the least amount of time to the most amount of time. I've added certain properties here, added more properties here. So one, of course, very important is the craft time. Secondly is priority, so that when I decide that, okay, I want to make this a priority item to craft, and then I will check priority here. I can do this in this view. I don't need to go into another view. Once I decide to craft it, I check that I've obtained it, and I can see which animal requires this item. So for example, if I have 3 hours to craft, I would opt to craft the lovely chair because I would fulfill 2 animals requirements instead of just one. So yes, optimizing. And the view that I'm in the most currently, that's why it's at the top, is the priority view. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, let me edit. Okay, let me finish talking about this priority view and then I will edit the chat. Yeah, I tried. Okay, never mind. I'll just do it now. Maybe since you're here, you can help me. So yeah, I want to make it transparent, but then that my text is not appearing transparently. You see, right? Okay, so now the chat is transparent. Should be making transparent soon. But the color of the text is like very light leh. Can you see? Can you see the color of the like? Can you see the text appearing? What are this one? Yeah, that's why, right? I changed the color to very dark already. So weird. Oh, I'm a genius. Okay, never mind. Let's do this. I think the color should be good by now. Let me change the color again. Ito. Yes. Yeah, some furniture are very ugly. It's true. I agree. Why is my status bar appearing? I don't like to see that status bar very ugly. You do? Is your chat message? Oh my gosh, is the chat message still very light? What is going on? So annoying. Why like this? You know, why am I so itchy? Yeah, why? My color is already there 嘞，对吗？为什么这样呢？Hmm, I'm hungry too. See, this is not working out. See the color. Okay, you know what? We'll continue testing this later. I changed the style already, yeah. I hope so. I hope I'm looking at the correct one. Yeah, I should be like, hey, hello. Nonsense. Okay, I know. Let's do it this way. Okay, I hope this works. Okay, so my last view for furniture is all the priority furniture, all the furniture that have been checked priority. So I'll show you the filter view, where obtained is unchecked, and where priority is checked. And they are sorted by least time to most time. This is because there's so few, and I don't have another view that is sorted. The timing is from most time to least time because I just have so few priority items, which is the whole point, right? Priority items should be very few. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish my priority items soon. And you can see that the properties that I've chosen to show is time, whether I've obtained it. So once I decide to start crafting, I will tick that I've obtained it, and the priority is also checked. I could put the priority unchecked, but I do want the option to uncheck the priority when I'm viewing in this view. Can I choose? But the animals requested for the item. That's why I choose to craft. Is they want the ugly item one, so you must give people what they want. It's not a one craft. Like, come on, man, this trunk measure. I'm just like, what the heck? And the blue table, all the blue table, blue chairs, blue don't know what else. Like, walao, damn ugly. Yes, chat box. Like, if the chair is like this, I might need to shift to the other side. But I don't think it looks very nice. Yeah, I think I'll shift check. Uh, what fish? What ugly fish? You have ugly fish, man? Yeah, adjust my chat. My chat is ugly. It's like all stuck on the side one. Heck. Oh, on keyboard. Oops. Okay, let's save. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so I actually, okay, partly why I call this Notion for kids is cause I see it as a way for kids to use Notion. Because kids would be playing games, right? Like, I don't know, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, and you do want to sort of inculcate certain skills while kids are doing things. So, for example, can think of a side-by-side example. But one way is like, say your child is not say your child, okay, let's not be judgmental here, like any child. So when I play with my friends' children, as they look at things, I'll be like, when these are the really young ones, like preschool, they point to something and I'll be like, oh, that's very interesting, what color is that thing, how many of that thing, of that particular object there are. So it's more of to keep them thinking, because I'm a very I would eventually be a very tiger mom, should that happen. So yeah, to me, everything is a learning experience for the child. So even as your child, as any child is playing a game, there are definitely ways to extend it to be more educational. In this case, I see it as being more educational in terms of organizing information in the game, thinking about database structures, even at a very simple level. So yeah. Okay, let's see what chat is talking.